Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE NXT on October 15th, 2015, and, they did a pretty good show this week. I actually thoroughly enjoyed this show, though it made it interesting that they didn't seem to go a route that I thought they would, and I'll get into that a little bit later on. So they started out the show with Bayley coming out to do a promo about the match and everything about the Iron Man match from the NXT special from the week before, and it got interrupted by Alexa Bliss and Blake and Murphy. And the honestly, the promo that Alexa Bliss cut was pretty good. It's a good way of starting Bayley's next storyline in there. I like the aspect that Alexa Bliss snatched the title and took it away from her and holding it up initially. She was playing up a pretty good heel in this case towards Bayley in there, and giving her next challenge for the NXT Women's title. So I liked where they went with everything there. Also having Bayley put over the match a little bit more from with her and Sasha Banks from the week before was also pretty good as well. They did a really good job here of setting up the next storyline, also getting over the old match as well, or the match from the week before as well. Up next, you had the Von Villains going up against Fulton and Dawkins. Very basic match in there. Kind of getting one for the Von Villains over in this case. I did like how they had Dawson and Wilder afterwards talking up about how they beat the Von Villains during the Dusty Rhodes Classic. They're complaining that they haven't gotten there, that they probably should be getting a tag title match. Instead, they have to go up against Enzo and Cass to actually get a shot at those tag titles. You also had a decent promo from Dawkins and Fulton as well later on, where they're trying to, it's like, hey, they need to step up their game or they're going to basically be splitting off promo a little bit later on. I liked where they went with that as well. Up next, you had Nia Jax making her debut. And Nia Jax, the match itself with her and Evie, which is an indie wrestler, I believe. I don't think she's somebody within the company typically here, or within the WWE or NXT in any way. Was okay. It was basically to show off what Nia Jax can do and her movement and everything like that. The thing that she kind of fits, she fits that one thing that they never really had in NXT in the terms of their women's division, and that was a true powerhouse character. Like, look, build, everything in that sense tells you she is a powerhouse, that she is going to dominate everybody with power versus full-on technique and everything like that. So, it kind of fits that mold that they never really had inside of the women's division over there. And we'll see where they go with everything. I think they can set something up probably relatively quickly with her and Bayley after she's done with this Alexa Bliss thing in there. And, all in all, not too bad. Like I said, the match itself was pretty much, your typical debut match where you show off what you can do a little bit and then you go on from there. So we'll see what her first storyline is going to be down the road and who she's going to be going up against first. Now this brings me to the final match of the night, which was the 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal, and the winner was going to be deemed the #1 contender for the NXT title. I liked what they did here. I really, really liked what they did here. You set up storylines. You set up multiple storylines throughout the entire match itself. You had this aspect of Baron Corbin turning on Rhino and throwing him out in there. You also had, and most of these did go out throughout the entire match, more towards the end of the match as well. But you also set up, and like I said, I found it weird that they're not fully going this route yet, though maybe they still will be going down this road somewhere down the line very soon. But you've set up a quick storyline with Tyler Breeze and Samoa Joe, because Samoa Joe eliminates Tyler Breeze within the match, but then when Samoa Joe was sitting on the apron after he was thrown over the top rope. Tyler Breeze, not one of the people in the match, but Tyler Breeze was the one who eliminated him. So you got a storyline set up there for them two to go after each other somewhere down the road as well. So I actually liked where they went with that. I always liked the Battle Royal. I don't know why. I just always liked it. Maybe it's just because it's in the end, even though you have so many people in there, it's still relatively simple match to get into, and you have and usually they have something bigger on the line. It's not just like some battle royal for the sake of a battle royal for a trophy or something like that. No, it's usually for number one contenderships. It usually has a meaning around it, and some way, a significant meaning in some way, shape, or form in there. So I mean, that's probably why I've always liked the battle royal to begin with. But, with them going with Apollo Crews to go over Baron Corbin at the end, I don't mind the face versus face aspect that they're going with him and Finn Balor down the road, because I still think they're setting up something between Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, and that's like I said, I think that's where they're going. We'll see where they went with it, where they're going with everything, because obviously they've set up something with another continuation of Baron Corbin and Rhino, with them two turning, with the Baron Corbin turning on Rhino within mid-match, or they might not do anything with that. Who knows where they're going to go with that. You also had something set up with Tyler Breeze and Samoa Joe, and obviously you have a set-up storyline with Apollo Crews and Finn Balor down the road here, because Apollo Crews is the number one contender for the NXT title. So all in all, pretty good show this week. I liked what they went with everything. It was a good show after the NXT special. A show basically fitting around starting new storylines and getting new people in and everything in that sense. Basically what you want to do right after you've done a show that kind of ended a bunch of storylines. In every sense of the word. Almost, not in every sense of the word, but in some sense of the word, it ended the storylines with people going after who was going after who, and all those matches kind of, ended everything there at the last NXT special. So they did a good job of, okay, we've ended these, now we need to start new ones, and that's what they did. And I feel like they did a pretty good job this week on NXT of doing that. And yeah, that is my review for WWE NXT, and I thank you guys for watching.